gives you several ways to publish your images to the internet and share them with others. You can even showcase your images with online galleries. In this lesson, we'll cover the methods you can use to publish your images to the web. We'll discuss publishing in the library module, publishing to Flickr, Facebook, and hard disk, using the web module to create online photo galleries, selecting templates, adding and replacing text in a template, changing the color scheme in a template, modifying a template's layout, establishing output settings for your gallery, saving a custom template, saving your gallery, and exporting your gallery. The Publish Services panel lets you publish directly from the library module. It provides connections to Behance, Flickr, Facebook, and to Lightroom Exchange. With Lightroom Exchange, you can download third-party plugins to give you access to other websites where you can share your images. To publish images to Flickr, go to the Publish Services panel and then click on Setup to the right of Flickr. You'll then see the Lightroom Publishing Manager dialog box. In the description box under Publish Service, type in a description for your images. If you'd like, you can simply enter your name. Next, click the Authorize button in the Flickr Account section. Click the Authorize button. When you click the Authorize button, your web browser will open. You'll be asked to sign into your Yahoo account. Once you sign in, you'll be taken to the Flickr sign-in page. You'll then see this message in your browser window. Click OK, I'll authorize it. As you can see in the Flickr Account section, the account is now authorized. Set the rest of your options in the dialog box and then click the Save button. If you look at the Publish Services panel, your Flickr shows the name you added in the description field of the dialog box. To add images to your Flickr photo stream, go to the Folders panel. We're going to click on our subfolder entitled Nature. Click Ctrl or Command A to select all images in the folder or drag individual images to your photo stream. Once you've dragged all of your images to your photo stream, click the Publish button. When all of your images are listed as published, right-click on your new photo stream in the Publish Services panel. Select Show in Flickr from the context menu. Your web browser will once again be brought up, but this time it will be the pictures that you uploaded to Flickr. To publish images to Facebook, go to the Publish Services panel and click on Setup next to Facebook. Enter a description just as you did for Flickr, and then click the Authorize on Facebook button. Facebook will then open in your web browser. Once you sign in, you'll see this message. Click Connect. Click OK to the other questions. When you return to Lightroom, finish establishing your settings in the Lightroom Publishing Manager dialog box, and then click Save. You'll see the description you entered in the dialog box listed beside Facebook in the Publish Services panel. Below it, you'll see Timeline Photos. To add images to Timeline Photos, select a folder in the Folders panel as we did in the last section. Click Ctrl or Command A to select all images, or Ctrl or Command click to select multiple. Then drag the images to the Timeline Photos in the Publish Services panel and follow the same steps as we did for Flickr. You can also publish collections to your hard disk. To do this, go to the Publish Services panel. Click Setup to the right of Hard Drive. You'll then see the Lightroom Publishing Manager. This should look familiar to you by now. Enter a description and then choose a location where the exported file will be stored by choosing a folder and an optional subfolder. After you've set your options in the dialog box, click the Save button. It then appears in the Publish Services panel. You can add images to it following the same steps we used for Flickr and Facebook. So far in this lesson, we've used the library module to publish our images, but let's switch to the web module now. Using the web module, we're going to create an online photo gallery. The easiest way to do this will be by creating a collection that contains the images we want to include in the gallery. If you're following along in Lightroom as you take this course, make sure that you have a collection created so you can use it to create your online photo gallery. We can use a template to create an online photo gallery in much the same way as we use templates to print images and create photo books. To select a template, first click on the collection you want to use in the Collections panel. Next, go to the Layout Style panel in the right panel group. Choose a layout style. We're going to choose Lightroom HTML Gallery. Now open the template browser. As you can see, charcoal is the template that's currently active. If you want, you can choose another layout style from the Layout Style panel, or you can select another template from the Template Browser panel. We're going to select Earthy HTML. Look at your work area. You can see how your images will look in your selected layout. Make sure that all film strip photos is selected from the Use menu in the toolbar. Now we can click on one of the images and view our gallery. Note the Previous, Index, and Next above our image. If this were a flash gallery, we would have playback controls. Using the Site Info panel, you can add a website title, collection description, contact information, as well as email links. Any information you add in this panel will appear on your website. You can also customize the identity plate. Filling in the information in the Site Info panel is optional. Fill in whatever information you want to appear. By going to the Color Palette panel, you can change the color scheme for the website. As you can see, you can change the color of the text or the detail text. We can see detailed text above our image. To change the color, click on the color tile next to the element whose color you want to change. Select a color from the color picker. You can take your time selecting a color and experiment and choose the colors that look the best. You can modify the layout of your photo gallery by going to the Appearance panel. You can add drop shadows to images or section borders. In addition, you can change the way your images are arranged in the grid or index. You can also specify the size for image pages and add photo borders. Note that you can add photo borders to image pages and the thumbnails in the grid. The modifications you make to your layout should be based on your personal preference, as well as the best way to display your photos based on the people who will view them and the subject matter. The Output Settings panel allows you to control image quality as well as the sharpness of JPEG images. You can also add metadata and a watermark in the Output Settings panel. If you make changes to the template you choose, such as color scheme, text, watermarks, etc., you can save it as a custom template to use it again with future galleries that you create. Here's how to do it. With your gallery open, go to the Template Browser panel. Click the plus sign in the header. You'll then see the New Template dialog box. Enter a name for the template and then click the Create button. Your template is saved under User Templates in the Template Browser panel. To save your gallery, click the Create Saved Web Gallery on the right side of the top panel. Enter a name for the gallery and then click Create. The saved gallery appears in your collections. Once you're finished with your gallery and you've saved it, it's time to export it to hard disk. To do this, click the Export button below the right panel group. You'll then see the Save Web Gallery dialog box. Type in a file name and then click the Save button. In order to upload your gallery to a web server, you'll need a hosting account and FTP information from your hosting provider. After you have that, make sure you're in the Web module and go to the Upload Settings panel in the right panel group. Click the Custom Settings menu and select Edit. You'll then see the Configure FTP File Transfer dialog box. You'll need to enter the server address, the username and password that was provided to you by your hosting provider, as well as the server path. If you're unsure about any of this information, you should verify it with your hosting provider. You must enter the correct information or you'll not be able to upload your gallery. In the Preset field, click Save Current Settings as New Preset. Enter a name for the new preset and then click the Create button. You can now click the OK button to close out the dialog box. Now let's go back to the Upload Settings dialog box. As you can see, FTP Server is now set to the preset that we just created. Next, choose where you want to put your gallery on your server. Most websites have subfolders such as Images, Java, HTML, etc. If you have a subfolder where you want to store the gallery, type in the name of the subfolder. Then type in the full path for the gallery, such as www.abc.com/photos. When you're finished, click the Upload button at the bottom of the right panel group.